Hi everyone, this is Annalisa from Metaphysical Cove. This is the tarot forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. But I'm going to describe a little bit of the astrological energies that are running through this week. Monday, to start off, we begin with the Scorpio moon, which is fixed in Scorpio. But we do have a packed day. It's going to be a very busy, buzzing day. And of course, we know that all these aspects somehow affect us in a different ways, in different manners, because it depends where your sun is and your moon and all your planets are and what's affecting those, what's aspecting that. But in general, we are going to feel this energy one way or the other. So Monday's a packed day with Mercury and Venus there, and the moon as well. Moon is making quite a bit of aspects that day, in Scorpio, with the Saturn, with the Neptune, with Jupiter, and with Pluto, and with the sun. So there's some good sextiles here. There's some good energies here, but there's also some challenging energies too. I feel that somehow this could be a time when you talk about peace, when you try to resolve issues in your life that been at war. So this is the time for it. Then Tuesday, the sun enters Taurus, and the moon is in Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, which is in Pisces. So we're trying to move forward with life. We're trying to make new adventures for ourselves. We're trying to somehow create our future dream with Saturn in Aquarius. And then the moon will go, by Thursday, the moon will go into Capricorn. All in all, it's not a busy and challenging week as it was last week. But it will have its challenges, and especially on the weekend when Mercury squares Saturn. That's our thinking, that's our communication, a lot of words, and Saturn doesn't take nonsense from Mercury. So there could be a few challenges there, especially on Saturday too, with the square with the moon and with the sun, and the moon with Uranus in Taurus. So by the end of the week, the moon will end on Aquarius on the 24th. So the tarot, I went with the Gildo Tarot, which is a wonderful, beautiful cards by Ciro Machete. So I hope you enjoy your forecast, and of course you know how it goes. This week I changed it a little bit. I'm just going with the one deck of cards, and emphasizing whatever energies you have for your sign. And of course you know that it goes by either the sun, the moon, or the rising sun. If you have those three, then it definitely impacts you more. But there's a variety of things that goes into that. So I hope you enjoy it and have a wonderful week. Namaste. Hi Aries, this is your forecast for the week of April 18th till the 24th. I'm looking at my ephemeris. So the sun is going to go move out away from your sign of Aries, and it's going to go into Taurus on the 19th. But all the moons are going through the upper side of the zodiac, and they're holding that basket on the lower side of the zodiac. So it's about you being seen. So let's see what the cards have for you here. It's about your popular status, and if you've been feeling like nobody has been seeing you or you haven't been noticed, I feel that it will come a time that possibly you will start getting noticed. So you have the Six of Swords, the Six of Wands, and the Hermit. So the Six of Swords tells me here that there's a journey here. Either you're moving away from something that possibly has been very conflicting in your life, because the six represents community, relationships, and all of that. So you may be in that kind of a journey or transition, or moving on from a relationship or a situation that hasn't been really flourishing for you. There seems to be here finding better options, and there also seems to be here travel or relocating either the home or job or something of that nature. Then the Six of Wands tells you here that there's achievements, there's victories, there's successes here because it's ruled by fixed sign. It's also Leo. It's a six, so there seems to be here something going on with community, like friends, like work, like literally community. You may be moving away somewhere else with the Six of Wands, because the Six of Wands is achievement, is victory. There seems to be here success of something that you have in hand. There seems to be here public recognition. Like I said, the moons are going through the upper side of the zodiac, and you seem to be here taking stand on your beliefs and resisting pressures from not doing what you truly believe on doing. The Hermit tells you here that you finally possibly are this crossroads in life. You are probably coming to something ending, something that guided you, something that you have guidance for. You're doing something that is guiding you. There seems to be here shedding the light on something that you haven't seen before. There seems to be here a lot of introspection and a lot of soul searching. There's also spiritual enlightenment and self-reflection as well. Okay, Aries, this is your forecast for the week, for this week coming. Namaste. Hello, Taurus. This is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. Your sign, this is for the sun, the moon, and the rising of Taurus. So your energies are very busy this upcoming week. Mercury seems to be having a lot of activity with it. There's also seems to be those squares and those sextiles as well. Uranus seems to be buzzing quite a bit in your sign, so it seems to be an initiation week, a beginning week, a movement week, where your communication, where you're thinking, where you seem to be pushing forward with your life. So let's see what the cards are telling us here. We have Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and Knight of Swords. So the Ace of Pentacles tells me here that, again, that there is new beginnings, there is achievements, there is new financial or career opportunity. You may be starting your new work, or there may be a bigger achievements there with career opportunity. There's abundance, or a new job, or a new business, something of that nature. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Then the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands tells you here that there's a lot of determination with home and work and friends and relationships, love, partnerships. There seems to be here the courage and the confidence, and also the independence to be determined to deal with relationships and decisions that you have to make with a home. There seems to be here the mother aspect. There seems to be here the businesswoman. There seems to be here full of innovation ideas with the Queen of Wands. And it's a 4 and Six of Wands, so there seems to be activity, action. So there seems to be here quite progressive week for you. But you do have the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords here, the Nine of Swords is like a warrior. It's news, it's events that comes out of the blue. You have to be fearless, because the Ace of Swords is very ambitious. It's action oriented, and it's driven to succeed no matter what. It may walk over everything, but you may be getting difficult news. You may be getting difficult people coming into your aura or to your space that may annoy you. Because whatever it is, it's impulsive, and it doesn't care how it carries its action out. So you may be also dealing with that as well. Okay, Taurus? Namaste. Hello, Gemini. This is your forecast for the week of April 18 to the 24th. And of course, the moon, as mentioned before, it's on the upper side of the scale, of the basket. It's on holding that handle of the bucket of planets below. So, your ruler Mercury is somehow, in Taurus. So it's not as quick as you like it to be behaving. You're not going as fast as you might want to go. You may feel restricted to some designs, but at the same time, you do have the movement, or this kind of a aura that you are being seen. You will be seen. You will be recognized for certain things, for a lot of things actually. So let's see what the cards are telling you here. Nine of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Three of Wands. So the Nine of Cups, that tells me here that the week may bring contentment, maybe bringing balance, maybe bringing joy and comfort and satisfaction with certain wishes being fulfilled. You may getting better from or recuperating from something that has been possibly emotionally and psychologically challenging for you, because Nine of Cups is Pisces, so it seems to have been quite emotional. Or you could be creating that opportunity if you're into the arts or anything of that nature. You may be coming up really with those jobs or those opportunities that you're looking for. You may be recognized. You may be given the opportunity. So there seems to be joy and happiness there and contentment. You seem to come to a final stage, the nine. The Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. The Four of Wands, it seems to show me here that there's celebration. There's structures with a home. You may be getting a new home. You may be moving out of a home and getting a new one. But it seems to be here because it's celebrations. It's destruction. It's home. There may be weddings here, planning or going through weddings or things of that nature. There may be union of some kind between you and somebody that you're making up with, possibly partners, romantic partners, friends, and so forth. There seems to be joy. There seems to be harmony. There seems to be relaxations here, and overcoming something that you've been dealing with that is finally coming up in a celebration mode. Then you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is you may be trying to find your direction, your expansion, your growth, because it's creativity. You may be also planning a trip here, going overseas somewhere with the Three of Wands, because there may be that too, going somewhere far or traveling, or possibly here having a lot of parties coming up, a lot of celebrations, a lot of fun, a lot of good times. Namaste, Gemini. Have a great week. Hi, Cancer. This is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. Your ruler is the moon, so the moon seems to be in an accomplished mode. So what are you beginning? What are you finalizing as well? What is your drive? It seems to be in a very public kind of a space where you seem to be have been working hard for something, but you seem to have directions now. You seeing the light. You being illuminated into something greater than where you have been. So let's see what the cards tell you here. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles tells you, that you're making commitments to something. You're making commitments to a new job, possibly. You're manifesting possibly financial opportunities. You may have that desire to begin something in a solid way, because it's a page, it's the beginning. You may also come into some good financial news as well with the Page of Pentacles. Then we have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is you're defending your cause. You're defending yourself against something. And you encountering a challenge, but yet you have that strength and courage to compete with it, because there seems to be there that that competition, and you protecting, possibly you in the mode of protecting possibly family, a relationship, a job. You seem to be in that kind of a modality. You're maintaining a cool, controlled way because you're in control and you're standing for your beliefs. You're resisting things that don't work for you. So you seem to be in that combative kind of a movement here, where you're going after what you want and you're defending something and you're standing for something. Because the Seven of Wands is also a passionate deal, which is, me. What about me? I'm standing for something for me. Okay. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles again tells you rewards, because the Six of Pentacles is Taurus, the second house, the money. So there seems to be here possibly you dealing with charity events, possibly you really posturing yourself in a solid position at work where the finances and the money is better. You possibly in a community or friends or family or relationship, you seem to be giving that attention to be more committed, give and take kind of a situation. You're sharing your wealth and your prosperity with others as well. So this seems to be a very family-oriented, work-oriented, financial-oriented week for you. Okay, Cancer, you got namaste. God bless. Have a wonderful week. Hi, Leo. This is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. And of course, the moon is going on the upper side of the zodiac. It's flying through the upper side of the zodiac, so you're down below in the zodiac. So this is a moment where you possibly will be seen, where you're going to be recognized for something that you've been trying to achieve, because it's more public. So you probably will have to deal with public as well, more than usual. But your sun, your ruler, will move into Taurus on the 19th. So that's a square. So you may feel a little frustration through the week of trying to achieve, but nevertheless, there's achievements here for you. Okay, be about the relationship, be work, be whatever it may be. Let's see what the cards are telling you here for the week. And we have the Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So the Ace of Swords over there tells you here, or over here, whatever, which way you want to take it. It's new ideas, it's new concepts. There may be a mental clarity on things that you have been doing, should do, will do. There's a lot of communication here through the week. There's also seems to be here possibly legal involvements of some kind, any cases, divorce, whatever it is legally that you may be dealing with. It has a very strong connotation with that. There's also a mental clarity here. There's also success. There's also new beginnings here in a clear way. Nothing will be hidden. Everything will be clear. Whatever you're hearing, that's what you're getting. So that is on the table for you. And the right decisions. It seems to be with the Ace of Swords, you don't make mistakes. It is what it is. And there's no, what about that one? What about this one? What about that one? No, it's the right decisions being made. Then the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is wealth. It's about business situations. It's about work situations. It's about home situations as well, because he is definitely a Capricorn. So it's a sense for father as well. So there may be father issues here. There may be husband issues here. There may be somebody who has a father figure to you, maybe in place as well. So there seems to be here this business person here, atmosphere or elder kind of a presentation here. There's also leaderships here and security and financial security here. So you may be making it doing something with money, financial or work or career. It seems to be secure. But there's discipline here too with the King of Pentacles. You may have to exercise a lot of discipline, because if you do, then there's the abundance of the Chariot, which you are embarking on your new level here. There's also here possibly a car that you may be purchasing. There seems to be here travels as well, that you may be, embarking as well, because the chariot is action, is determination. It's two forces pulling in opposite sides at times. But this is the Sphinx, this is the chariot that rules in the tarot card, rules the Cancer. And we know Cancer is a cardinal which is very powerful. It has to do with that drive, that desire to, even though I may have adversities, I'm still going for what I need to go for, and it's about me. All right, Leo? Have a wonderful week. Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascending Sun. This is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. And of course, we know that the Moon is in the upper handle of the basket, and all the other planets are below the zodiac equator. So this is about your dealing with the public, dealing with others, dealing with everything you're doing is being seen. Because your ruler is Mercury, so it's in Taurus, it's in finances, it's in monies, it's in what you owe, what is about your value, self-value or material value, and so forth, what you're working for. So you may be dealing with that. Let's see what the cards are showing us here. We have the Two of Swords, the Devil, and the Nine of Swords. So that tells me here, as your ruler is very indicative of the Two of Swords, you have to make a decision. I do believe that you may be dealing with indecision thing. You may be dealing with arguments of some kind or disputes of some kind, that, there's two sides opposing here. Okay, either two people that you have to choose from, either two situations, work-oriented, that you have to choose from, or whatever two situations may come up. You may have a little bit of a difficult time to be making up your mind. It's a difficult situation. It's you weighing your options. You seem to be here in a crossroads, and you may be blinding yourself to the truth as well. But we know the Devil is ruled by Capricorn. It's also about your career. It's also about situation to do with career decisions or career situations or job situations. But you're dealing with possibly as well a father as well, or somebody that somehow may keep you in a shadow. It's somebody who's keeping you in restrictions. There seems to be here something, possibly losses here with this situation. You may also be dealing with people with addictions, attachments to addictions, and people in your life that are dealing with that, because the Nine of Swords tells me here that you're having a sleepless night. There seems to be here anxieties and worries and fears and depressions and nightmares and so forth. So your communication may be very harsh this week. There may be arguments. There may be differences of opinion that will aggravate you, and you may feel like you're stuck. You're not moving towards what you want. But at the end of the day, you're ruled by Mercury. You're a thinker. You're an organizer. You kind of have to have things all in the perfect space for yourself. So you may be dealing with walls this week. Namaste, Virgo. Have a wonderful week. Hello, Libra. This is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. And of course, you are on your element. You are somehow in a place. Your ruler is Venus, so you're in Pisces, so your exaltation in there. So you seem to be somehow possibly in a state of dreams, possibly in a state of creation, possibly in a state of trying to balance your relationships in a way that you can dream bigger and achieve bigger. Because your Venus is very oriented. It's very strategic in Libra. So you're strategizing. So let's see what cards of the day you have. You have the World, the Page of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So that tells me here with the world right in the beginning, may be dealing with restrictions of your dreams because, it's ruled by Saturn. What work do you have to go and do? You may be not pay attention to things because, it's just that you're going with the dream and you're in that space of fantasizing a little bit and creating your own fantasy world, and you may not have been dealing with the practical reality stuff that may be happening with the world. So this tells you here that you may be feeling stuck. You may be feeling restricted from moving forward as you like. You may also be dealing with gossip. You may also be dealing with things that are not conducive to your progress, because the world represents integration, it represents contemplations. And you may also be going on a trip. You may also be dealing with a trip. You may also be dealing with celebrations, or recovering from a celebration that possibly didn't go too well. That's the case. The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords tells you here that there's curiosity. There's new ideas. There's the thirst for knowledge. You want to know what's going on. You may want to get back to life in a curious, witty ways. There seems to be also a lot of talk, but just talk. You either hearing a lot of talk or you may do a lot of talking, but you have to see if there's any substance with it. Then you have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man possibly is telling you here that you do have to make some sacrifices. You do have to pause. You do have to surrender to the universe a little bit here, to have faith a little bit with your situations. You may also be dealing with a lot of situations that with sexuality, a lot of things here that it would not be accepted by the mainstream community. You may be coming out as a person on sex preferences and so forth. You may be dealing with that. You may also be dealing with government stuff. You may also be dealing with things that you don't have any choice but either to wait or let go. There seems to be here feelings of feeling trapped or confined, and just hanging out there through this week. All right, Libra? Namaste. Have a wonderful week. Hello, Scorpio. This is your forecast for April 18th to the 24th. So we have your ruler, which is Mars in Pisces, dreamy Pisces, wishful Pisces, determined Pisces waters conjuncting their Neptune and Jupiter still. So it's about your time to dream and create your future through your dreams. That's what your ruler is doing. The moon is also going to the upper side of the zodiac, which is holding the handle of the basket of the planets at the bottom. So you are somehow in a good space to get recognized, to get known, and so forth by your intentions. We have here the 3 cards. Let's see what it has here for you. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the Strength, and we have the Star. So this is a very powerful card. So what are your dreams? What are you trying to manifest? Because whatever it is, it seems to be coming in bundles of great news. Because the 4 of Wands is something to do with home, possibly finding your dream home, possibly doing renovations, possibly, creating that dream once and for all with the 4 of Wands, where it brings celebrations, structures, and you may be dealing with weddings as well. You may be dealing with relaxation or coming home, or something of that nature. You could also be in a relationship now that you're getting together with that beloved, or that relationship that you've been challenged with, and now it's coming to fruition. It's that passion and drive, that sexual power is active with the Strength and the Star. So the Strength, again, you're in control. You have courage. There's this great energy overcoming self-doubt that you may have had before. So there seems to be success over and getting over obstacles, either with a relationship or accomplishing, things with a home or whatever you're trying to achieve. You seem to be achieving them. The star is also telling you here that there's the hope, because the strength is ruled by the sun. The sun is shining, the renewal, the joy, the pleasures, the beginning, the romance, the great relationship that is finally accomplishing, that great loan that you want for the house, that great accomplishment finances that you been struggling with. This seems to be coming together, or that job that you may be wanting to get and you haven't been able to get before seems to be getting now. The star is also the dreams come true, the hope, the faith. You seems to have a purpose. There seems to be here spirituality very deeply here, and there seems to be here direction and what path to take. Okay, thank you. Have a wonderful week. Namaste. Hello, Sagittarius. This is your forecast for April 18th to the 24th. This is for the sun, the rising, and the moon in Sagittarius. And of course, the moon is close to you, is going through your house too, and your sun and all of that. So it's a great founding truth in oneself, coming home kind of a thing. So you will deal this week with things of the nature of accomplishments, the relationship accomplishments, the dreams being accomplished, because the ruler of your sun, which is Jupiter, also is a ruler of Pisces, and it is in Pisces, conjuncting Neptune. What are you creating? What are you dreaming of? What do you want to accomplish in a big way? That's the question you have to accomplish, because you seem to be embedded in this kind of a renaissance of some kind that is just trying to dream big and accomplishing it too. Let's see what the cards are telling you here this week. You have the Three of Cups, the Temperance, and the King of Cups. So definitely there seems to be a very strong emphasis on romance and friends and fun and accomplishments, because the Three of Cups is telling you here that there is that celebration, that friendship, that those friendships, great friendships, or that romance, that creativity, that people seem to be collaborating with you. There seems to be here a lot of parties going on, or planning for parties going on. There seems to be here people passing on money to you, or passing on help to you. And if it's not financial, it's in a physical way. People seems to be pulling your strings, because the Three of Cups is a Cancer. So it's all about family. We are going to achieve. We are going to be happy. So there seems to be a lot of joy. There seems to also be here the Temperance. So the Temperance is cautioning you. Be practical, be grounded, don't push too much. The balance, use moderation, because the Temperance is also ruled by Jupiter. So things can go out of proportion. So just take it easy. There may be traveling. There may be plans on traveling. There may be also plans in a course or studies or course that you want to take in college or university, that you may not been financially, the finances may have not been available that they may be, or the courses haven't been available, but they're now, because it's a finance, it's education, it's philosophy. So you may be dealing with that kind of a thing here this week. With the King of Cups, the King of Cups is telling you here that there's that emotional balance, there's that lover, that there's that relationship that is totally putting you in that family-oriented kind of a atmosphere, like we belong, we're happy. So there's a lot of joy, a lot of happiness here with you this week, Sagittarius, is it coming up. And I wish you well, and namaste. Have a great week. Hello, Capricorn. This is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. And the moon this week, this is for the sun, the moon, or the rising sun. And of course, the moon is going to go through your sun. It's going to be home. So something is coming home. Some situations, either good or bad or anything in between, is going to hit home. But it's a very productive moon, though. It's an achievement moon for you, despite possibly disruptions and activities that may not go totally the way you'd like it. It's still a very, very good week, because your ruler, which is Saturn, is still in Aquarius. So it's accomplishing the future. It's making sure that those dreams, and the Saturn, of course, takes about two years and a half to go through a sign. It's still dreaming big. It's still making sure that those dreams are not only dreamt, but achieved. So just stay with that. Let's see what the cards say about this week for you. So we have the Five of Wands, the Tower, and the Four of Pentacles. So the Five of Wands, again, it's telling you here that there could be conflict. But it's Five of Wands is Leo, and it's wands. It comes and it goes. So it may be there, but with the Tower, it may hit you a little bit more conflicting, because there seems to be here, the Five of Wands is about the conflict, it's about the combat, it's about the challenge, it's about competition or disagreements of some kind with people, because, people around you or you yourself, they may be all about me. What about me? What do I get? Where do I stand with this? So there seems to be here a lot of competition, or you may be entering a competition of some kind, but it's an aggressive competition. It is a competition where you have a lot of people competing for the same thing. The tower tells you here that there's destruction, there's sudden changes or traumas that may come into play, possibly the loss of someone, or possibly a car accident that somehow leaves you at dismay with your finances and your body too. So it's a good week to watch over the body. It's a good week to watch over the scrapping. If you go into the scrapping, don't. And take any competition that you're going to with an open mind, with the Five of Wands and the Tower. But at the end of the day, the Four of Pentacles tells you here that not all is lost, because the Four of Pentacles is that kind of a place where you feel stable, where you're holding on to things when you don't lose anything. But it's that fight, that financial arguments that may be going through. What is mine, and what is mine is not yours. There's the lack of sharing. There's a lack of greed there. Not a lack. There is greed there, but there's a lack of compassion. There's a lack of love. It's all very material. It's all very competitive here for you. So it would be best for you to somehow be careful on with your driving. Be careful with your friends, what you say to your friends. Be careful with the partners at home or the lovers that you deal with, and so forth. Okay? So have a wonderful week. Namaste. Hello Aquarius, this is your forecast for the week of April 18th to the 24th. This is for the sun, the moon, or the rising. So this week upcoming here, your ruler is at home on your sun, Saturn. There may be struggles because it's a couple of times this week it's going to square off the Uranus. And it's going to square off Mercury. So you may have a few issues with communication. You may have a few issues with home communication, your thoughts. People may totally be in a totally different adversity to you, in just challenging you to no ends. And of course, the sun will also be squaring you. So your self-worth, how you see things, how you see yourself, actually, how you perceive your inner self, may be in conflict during this week. So let's see what the Aquarius says here, what the card says here for you. I'm sorry, Aquarius. So the Ace of Swords, the Chariot, and the Empress. So the Ace of Swords right there tells you here that there is news. Actually, the Ace Sword seems to be a theme. A lot of people are getting the Ace Sword. So there's things here, new ideas, new mental clarities that are coming up. There seems to be things that are coming to success for you. And there seems to be here things that are a new beginning. You could be dealing with a separation. You could be dealing with a divorce. You could be dealing with the law itself. You could be dealing with legal processes of any kind. So that's the Ace of Sword. But the Chariot is also telling you here that you seem to be in control no matter what. So the Chariot is about the power within. You may also be dealing with a lot of selfish people. You may also be dealing with your car. You may also be dealing with your boss. You may also be dealing with partners or friends or strong friendships, things of that nature. But you seem to be in control. You seem to be here in a position of control. You seem to be having here willpower to succeed no matter what with the Chariot. You may be taking action that is assertive and the action that brings you to your determination, brings out that determination in you to achieve. So this is about two forces pulling in opposite sides, So, but you still, with the Chariot, you're still the one in power. So you have here also the Empress. The Empress could also be, because it's ruled by Venus, and it could be about relationships. It could be about feminine power. It could be about you making peace with somebody. It could also be you nurturing a project, or you nurturing a job, or you're nurturing renovations in your home. Whatever, you're doing that nurture because you're so pregnant with creativity and action that you want to take. And you may get together with an old love or an old person that you haven't been together physically with. You may be doing that this upcoming week. So it looks like a progressive, a little bit challenging, but yet strong week for you, Aquarius. So have a wonderful week. Namaste. Hello, Pisces Sun, Pisces Moon, or Pisces Ascending. This is your forecast for April 18 until April 24th. Of course, the moon is going to go through your sign this upcoming week, so you'll be dealing with that coming home, emotional stuff, relationship stuff. Your ruler, which is Jupiter, is also in your sun. So there's a lot of revelations. There's a lot of things that are happening. Venus is also there, and so is Mars. So you have this dynamics of relationships going on, which you have to resolve. So let's see what the cards are telling you here for this week. You have the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So the King of Swords tells you here that you may be dealing with issues of law or authority figures of some kind. You may be dealing with truth about a relationship, truth about a situation that may have not been so clear, but now it's coming out. But your thinking is clear. You have a clear thinking though. There seems to be here a lot of intellectual powers as well. Something, possibly a project that you're taking on, or an adventure that you're taking on that is required that clear intellect. So you seem to be quite powerful in that space where you're creating, where you're decisively taking shape with things. You may also be in getting a higher uniform job, meaning that you probably are getting to be responsible for other people in your work section, which means that you become a boss, or you become a director, or you become a person of making the decisions. So that tells me that maturity of that situation. But the Five of Pentacles, there may be their emotional bankruptcy there. There may be situations that you may be dealing with money, finances, because it's ruled by Taurus. It's in the second house. So you may be having hardship with finances, financially. You may be also in a bad situation where you're losing something because it's a challenge, the five. There may be a little bit of poverty there. There may be possibly a divorce. And there could also be car issues. okay? Car issues where you're spending money on fixing car or whatever it is, okay? So that may be it. And the Three of Wands, the celebrations. There's cultures here. There's seems to be here an expansion of growth of foresight. You may be going somewhere or trying to organize yourself to go somewhere. There's a lot of creativity here. There's also a lot of fun here. You may be getting together socially with people. You may be creating a new environment. It's a lot of creativity there with the Three of Wands. Okay, Pisces, have a wonderful week. Namaste.